During World War II, as battles grew increasingly fierce and varied in scale and terrain, the demand for weapons combining heavy firepower with high mobility became critical. Heavy self-propelled guns, which combined the firepower of large artillery with the mobility of armored vehicles, quickly became key weapons on multiple fronts. Nazi Germany, with its advanced military technology and industry, developed numerous self-propelled gun models to meet diverse tactical demands, particularly for destroying fortified defenses and countering enemy tanks. Among German self-propelled gun projects, the Dicker Max, officially named the 10.5 centimeter K-Panzer II zur Luftwaffe, stood out as a specialized heavy self-propelled gun developed by the Krupp Corporation. Initially, the Dicker Max was designed to serve as a bunker buster, focused on destroying fortified positions that conventional tanks struggled to handle effectively. However, following France's fall in 1940 in the rapidly shifting battlefield, the Dicker Max's role expanded to a heavy tank destroyer on the Eastern Front. Although only 2 prototypes were produced, the Dicker Max played an important role as a technical testbed, significantly contributing to the development of later German self-propelled guns. In 1939, the German army issued a requirement to develop a heavy self-propelled gun capable of destroying the fortified positions of the Maginot Line from a safe distance. Based on this, the Krupp Corporation was tasked with designing the Dicker Max, initially aimed at creating a specialized bunker buster to help German forces overcome fortified defenses that conventional tanks struggled to handle. The design process of the Dicker Max faced numerous technical challenges. The decision to place the Maybach HL66P engine, producing 180 horsepower centrally beneath the gun mount, provided ample space for the crew, but complicated maintenance, cooling, and affected the vehicle's weight balance. The main armament was a 10.5 centimeter K-18 gun equipped with a recoil brake to reduce recoil force and protect the chassis during firing. 2 prototypes were completed and demonstrated in early 1941, with plans for mass production if tests succeeded. However, only 2 units were built due to the rapidly changing war situation. Following France's defeat in 1940, the role of the Dicker Max shifted from bunker buster to heavy tank destroyer on the Eastern Front. Despite its powerful firepower, the vehicle faced limitations in mobility and armor protection, making it less suitable for flexible anti-tank operations. This highlighted the need for versatile designs capable of quickly adapting to the evolving demands of modern warfare. The Dicker Max was equipped with a main gun, the 10.5 centimeter Schwerner Kanono 18, a heavy field artillery piece specially adapted for mounting on a self-propelled chassis. This gun featured a high muzzle velocity and excellent armor-piercing capability when using tungsten core ammunition. At a range of just 10 meters, it could penetrate up to 187 millimeters of armor, with penetration decreasing over distance but still sufficient to destroy most enemy heavy tanks from afar. However, the gun's horizontal traverse was very limited, only 8 degrees to each side, requiring the entire vehicle to turn to change firing direction, which reduced reaction speed against moving targets. Conversely, the gun's elevation range was quite wide, from -15 to +10 degrees, allowing the vehicle to utilize terrain for cover and effective firing. The Dicker Max carried 26 rounds for its main gun, with the gunner aiming through a self-farlafet with a Zielfernrohr sight, one sight that offered up to 9.2 times magnification. Superior to other tanks of the era, the Dicker Max's armor protection was thin and only lightly sloped, ranging from 10 to 50 millimeters depending on the location. The hull front upper plate was only 12 millimeters thick, angled at 77 degrees, while side and rear armor measured 20 millimeters. The open-top superstructure with thin armor increased vulnerability to air and artillery attacks. The fighting compartment housed a 5-man crew, including commander, gunner, driver, and 2 loaders with sufficient height for comfortable standing operation. The vehicle was also equipped with armored compartments at the rear to protect ammunition from potential airstrikes. The Dicker Max was powered by a Maybach HL66 P6 cylinder water-cooled engine delivering 180 horsepower, resulting in a low power to weight ratio of only 8.2 to 8.6 horsepower per ton. With a weight between 21 and 22 tons, the vehicle reached a top speed of approximately 27 to 28 kilometers per hour forward and just 5 to 6 kilometers per hour in reverse. Mobility was rated low due to the underpowered engine and the design requiring the vehicle to rotate its hull for aiming, which reduced tactical flexibility. The transmission was a ZF SSG46 gearbox, while the suspension system used leaf springs inherited from the Panzer IV, providing stable operation but little improvement in speed or maneuverability. The Dicker Max measured 5.8 meters in length, 2.86 meters in width, and 2.53 meters in height, with a ground clearance of 40 centimeters and an operational range of up to 170 kilometers. The vehicle was also fitted with a full set of observation instruments, including a binocular periscope for the commander and a scissor periscope for the loader, as well as a symmetrically placed dummy driver's compartment intended to confuse the enemy or provide design balance. The Dicker Max was assigned to Anti-Tank Battalion 521 for combat testing on the Eastern Front starting in July 1941 during Operation Barbarossa. On June 24, 1941, it effectively engaged enemy infantry and artillery near the eastern Cobran area. The first prototype was destroyed by an ammunition explosion on June 26, 1941, though the crew escaped in time. The second prototype continued fighting until the end of 1941, destroying several Soviet tanks such as the KV-1 and T-34, but suffered mechanical issues that limited its combat effectiveness. After repairs in early 1942, the vehicle reappeared in the Fall Blau operation, participating in the Battle of Stalingrad. However, from late 1942, it no longer appeared in reports and was presumed destroyed or lost. The last known photograph recorded its tally at 18 confirmed kills. Demonstrating its firepower during its operational period, Dicker Max exemplified the power of early World War II heavy tank destroyers, but also revealed significant limitations in mobility and protection. The Dicker Max demonstrated impressive firepower with its 10.5 centimeter K-10 gun, effectively destroying bunker targets and heavy tanks. Its gun depression angle of -15 degrees allowed it to use terrain for concealment, exposing only the barrel and reducing its target profile, thus increasing battlefield survivability. The high magnification optical sight at 9.2 times aided accurate long-range firing, providing a significant advantage in combat. However, the Dicker Max revealed notable weaknesses. Its mobility was poor, with low speed, slow turret traverse, and weak acceleration, making it ineffective on soft terrain or in advanced units. Thin armor, especially on the sides, rear, and open-top turret, offered protection only against rifle fire. The limited gun traverse forced the crew to rotate the entire vehicle to aim, reducing reaction speed against fast-moving targets. Additionally, firing produced large dust clouds that obscured vision, limiting the use of high explosive shells to indirect fire only. Mechanical issues also plagued the vehicle. Overloaded steering brakes, frequent bolt breakage, and overheating brake bands required constant maintenance, reducing operational efficiency. Lessons learned from the Dicker Max, particularly balancing firepower, mobility, and protection, significantly influenced later German self-propelled guns like the Wespe and Hummel. The Dicker Max, officially designated as the 10.5 centimeter Kriege Panzer zu Selbstverlaufite, represented a key experimental stage in the development of German self-propelled guns during World War II. Although only 2 prototypes were built and saw brief service, the vehicle provided valuable lessons about design trade-offs in combat vehicle. Its powerful 10.5 centimeter K-10 gun with excellent armor penetration and impressive gun depression demonstrated the potential of a long-range tank destroyer. However, severe limitations in mobility, thin armor protection, and operational issues highlighted challenges in integrating a large weapon onto an unoptimized chassis. The legacy of the Dicker Max lies not in production numbers or direct strategic impact, but as a mobile laboratory. Experience gained from its design, testing, and combat reports directly influenced later German self-propelled guns, like the Wespe and Hummel. This helped designers better understand the need to balance firepower, protection, and mobility. The Dicker Max's place in armored warfare history exemplifies bold technical innovation and the relentless challenges of the battlefield.